And I suggested that Appalachia was a good place, you know, where they formed a commission with the mafia and got raided. But I ended up copying a whole bunch of what I call the capos in the tax honesty community, the leadership of the community. People like Steve Heffling and Paymont, people like Joe Bannister, you know, people like Bob Schultz from We the People. Now, I had a speech coming up at the We the People Council or conference in Washington, D.C., March 29th, last year. And Bob writes back and says, hey, it's a terrific idea. I'm going to bring everybody in and you tell them that this is what they need to do. All right, so fine. You know, that's wonderful. So he does. Well, a few days before I'm leaving for D.C., I get an email that was copied or forwarded to me, and it points out how everybody's all excited because Tom Cryer is going to come to Washington, D.C. and tell all of the organizations his overall plan of action for them to incorporate. You know, he's going to tell them how to do it. I don't have a plan. All I said was get it together. You know, agree on a single message. Agree with each other. You'll remember who the enemy is. That's all I was saying. But they're looking for a plan now. So I pulled an all-nighter, wrote about a 90 or 100-page book called Truth Attack. This is a plan. All right, I took that, I gave it all, I got him all a copy when I got there. And they reviewed it and looked it over. And the next day we got together in a back corner somewhere. I'm feeling like I'm back in my smoke-filled back rooms of my politics days again. And we get to discussing the thing. I said, oh, everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. It was great. Yeah, this is what we got to do. All right, well, one of you guys got to take the lead. Well, I'll help, but I don't want the lead. Well, you can take the lead. Well, no, you know, everybody's all for it, but nobody was going to take the lead and go with it. Well, about that time, I learned that my trial had been continued. Idle hands. And what did I say about no good deed goes unpunished? Well, I decided, well, somebody's got to do this. So I put it together. And we had Save a Patriot, we had Freedom Law School, we had Free Enterprise Society, we've got Freedom Above Fortune with Joe Bannister, and I know I'm going to end up leaving somebody out, and all I can do is hope they forgive me. But all of these people, along with some shadow members, got behind it and they said, go for it, let's go. All right, and we all put the word out that this is what it's going to be. And here's the message. There is no law making us liable. I.R.S. can't deny that. There's zero basis for your zero basis, saying that everything that I bring in in exchange for my labor is profit, which means that my labor is worthless. There's no basis for that. And three, my exercising my fundamental God-given, not government-issued right to earn a living is exempt from federal taxation. It's that simple. So we start out, and here we go. Now the question then comes down to, what are we going to do different? How many think we need to do something different? All right, how many people there think we need to do something?
There you go.
Okay, now we can sit here and talk all day long, and we're going to score one victory. This lady here. We're going to score one game